From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, a run with Gainwell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Musgrave's got it out right. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Jones again, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Maurice Hurst able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now this throw caught left side and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
To throw is Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Play fake. Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quay Walker. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Love. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here now, 3rd and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. Off the play fake. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And now the Packers get set to go. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins. He gets it to Addison. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This is caught by Addison. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Cousins. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Play action this time with Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to move back in front. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jordan Addison in the offense out for another drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mekhi Blackman gets in for the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Love, they go play action now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he is going to have the Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. Carlson on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lucas Van Ness able to record his 5th sack of the season. So, Charles, I mean, this is just becoming an exhibition now on how to rush the passer.
Yeah, and I can't help but laugh a little bit because I'm enjoying what we're watching. This is coming from a guy who was in college just a year ago, and we keep harping on their evaluation. They saw not just a guy who could rush the passer, but could rush the passer well, and that's why they took him as high as they did.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll go with Akers here up the middle, and he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First down, Love to pass. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So first and 10 now from the 30. Love from the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs as the first half is winding down. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. So we reach, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenny Clark just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
They go bootleg. Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first and 10, it's Gainwell. Down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw now. Here's Love. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Love now. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play fake. Here's Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he takes this down to about the 2. Bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They go back to the ground with Jones. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Here comes third and about a foot.
Check, steal. Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now Love. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Play fake. Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Here's Chandler on second down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw, Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Let's go, baby. Down right. Let's go.
Akers. It's going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Again, it'll be Akers. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? To throw is Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Love got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 22 more yards there and another first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Carlson. And good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Cousins now. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best run.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
This is the calm before the storm, baby. Let's go. Whatever it takes, I'll get.
Now a 2nd and 10. Duggan now to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Gainwell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. First down, here's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing is Cousins. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today.